funny. Okay, I think we're live now. I have to get my audio set in, my volume. There we go. And start recording right here. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the GoldFish Report. I'm your host and research reporter, Louisa. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope you had a really nice weekend. Today is Monday, July 6th, 2020. This is GoldFish Report number 418. It's going to be a short one because I do miss you. I miss you all. Now that I'm not doing a live stream on Monday morning with the vets. We are doing it for BitChute, but it's pre-recorded, so it's not a live stream. But I miss my live stream viewers on Monday mornings. And so I decided that I'm going to do a live stream before my report with the vets. And I wanted to, see how everybody was doing. Hi, welcome. I wanted to see how you were doing, how your weekend was. Did you see fireworks? Did you see what was your experience like in this, post-COVID world? Because that's really what my message is about today. Let me just first say hello to everybody. And welcome you. And I had to do this report, and I really don't want to come across um, the wrong way, but I have a message. This is called Murphy's Law. Good morning. I know everybody misses Winston. I trust me, I do too. Um, this is Goldfish Report number 518. And what I wanted to talk about today was my experience over the weekend. New Jersey has finally opened the theme parks. I think other states have, but well, we have something called Murphy's Law in New Jersey, and that is Governor Murphy's mandate to wear masks in all public places, including outdoors. Now, we have heard the president say that UV light kills the coronavirus, isn't that right? And we also know that there's chemicals in all swimming pools in order to disinfect these viruses. In fact, uh, there's the what is it called? Shock. When you shock the water, you put the shock treatment in at pools. Um, you know, I remember growing up and we had a community pool, right? And anytime a kid, like with a diaper or something, would poop in the pool, everybody had to get out for 15 minutes. The pool had to be shock treated because there are chemicals that kill these viruses, right? So, greetings, hi everybody in Malibu, hi Denmark. I'm so happy that you're joining me. Thank you. But we still have this lingering issue where, for some reason, there's some governors in some states, and it's not just New Jersey, but I'm focusing on New Jersey today because I went to a theme park yesterday with my kids, and we were mandated to wear a mask. It was all outdoors, everything was outdoors. Kids on roller coasters, you had to have your mask on. I mean, you know what, people? This is getting to be ridiculous. And you know what happens? Well, if you're standing next to me in line, well, you know what's going to happen. People start talking about this, how all the water rides were closed. All the water rides were closed. I'm going to say, yes, this was a great adventure in New Jersey. Six Flags, great adventure. Yeah. All the water rides were closed. Why? Why do they have to be closed? Well, how do you like this new taste of socialism, of Marxist fascist socialism? How does everybody like it? Communism, whatever ism you want to give it. How do you like it? Um, I can tell you that it was like 95 degrees there yesterday. It was very humid. It was so hard to breathe. It was so hard. We were sweating in line in waiting for hours for these rides, right? And then, and I do have photos. I'll probably have to screen share them. Uh, the roller coasters, you're not going to believe this. They skipped every other row on a roller coaster, folks. How fast do you go on a roller coaster? How fast? Do you think there's any research studies to suggest and show that anybody caught a coronavirus on a loop-de-loop, 45-degree angle or maybe steeper drop going 50, 60 miles an hour on a roller coaster? Do you think it's possible anybody's going to contract coronavirus on a roller coaster? Of course it's beyond ridiculous. Of course it is. 90-degree heat, had to wear a mask. And let me tell you something. I started feeling so sick it wasn't funny. Where I was like feeling ill. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because wearing this, right? Right? I can't put this on my ears because my headset's on. But guess what, Governor? I can't breathe. Now, this is language that you're very familiar with, right? I can't breathe. Does my life matter? I can't breathe wearing this mask. It's yeah, you should have seen people squirting everything down every time you went to the bathroom, the handles are squirt. It's great. Why didn't we do it before? Would have probably stopped a lot of other deaths from other illnesses and diseases, right? But they wouldn't get the money. The hospitals wouldn't get the money if you weren't there with coronavirus and a positive test. What a hoax. You think if they took that financial incentive out, do you think for a minute you'd be seeing, where's these reports of these overloaded hospitals? It's a gimmick, folks. This is such BS. So my message to these governors is you're causing irreparable harm, not only to yourself, to the country, to people, to public policy. You are causing harm to public policy because this isn't protecting anybody. And don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it at all. In fact, this is the man who you want to take his word for it, right? Let's take a look at this. Take a look at this. Since we're talking about Murphy's Law in New Jersey, let's talk in the local lingo. Tony the Rat Fauci, okay? Tony the Rat Fauci. Listen to what Tony the Rat Fauci himself has to say in Jersey terms, right? Has to say about wearing a mask, Governor, in case you didn't get the message.
Should think of healthcare providers needing them. Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often, there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask, and they keep touching their face.
And can you get some schmutz sort of staying inside there?
Of course. But when you think masks, you should think of healthcare providers needing them.
Yeah. And then you get schmutz in there. On top of it all, on top of getting the coronavirus, you get schmutz. And let me tell you, folks, I don't think anybody wants to get schmutz. You get schmutz inside there. Schmutz. And you get schmutz in there, he says. The interviewer says you get schmutz in there. Yeah, of course you get schmutz in there. Of course you get schmutz in there, because where else is the schmutz going to go? You can't expel it anywhere. It's trapped in the mask. It's trapped. All the schmutz gets trapped in the mask, yeah? And we, it's bad enough to get, a flu or coronavirus, but when you get schmutz, that's a whole other, you don't want schmutz. Trust me, you don't want schmutz. So, hi, Shari, dear. How are you? Yeah, Yiddish disease. I know it's Yiddish. I'm from Jersey. We know a lot of Yiddish here. Exactly. Schmutz, a Yiddish disease. The interviewer says you get schmutz in the mask. Schmutz in the mask. And of course we get schmutz in the mask. And the schmutz from the interviewer's perspective is much worse than coronavirus. Gosh, you just don't want to get schmutz, folks. But I'm going to have a message for Exactly. Of course. Don't, you know what? It's exactly the message. So my message is to the governor. Governor, mandating these masks in public places where we're rebreathing our own carbon dioxide and whatever else, schmutz, right? And we're getting schmutz. Governor Tony the Rat Fauci said we don't need them and they don't protect us. So, Governor, why are you mandating people to wear the schmutz collectors in public? It's not even like in a store. You can't walk into Target or any supermarket because all of a sudden they're the schmutz police. The schmutz police are in all the supermarkets because they don't want your schmutz because they have their own schmutz, right? So Tony the Rat Fauci says you don't need a mask, but the governors are mandating this. And we're in 95-degree weather in amusement parks. How do we reopen our economy with this mandated requirement to wear masks and have face coverings? Is this a burqa? Is that going to be next, Governor? I'm sure you would love it. Yeah. And I can tell you that I was standing there talking to people behind me because I can't breathe. That's the message, Governor. I can't breathe. I felt sick wearing this mask. And I'm trying to have a good time with my kids because everything's been closed. My daughter can't even get her driver's permit because DMV is closed. We can't have birthday celebrations anywhere. And this was the first attempt to do it. And we're killing ourselves choking on our own schmutz. Because, I mean, schmutz. Schmutz. I mean, what's up with the schmutz? Because schmutz, you don't want schmutz. Trust me. You just don't want it. According to the interviewer, let's take another look and see who the interviewer was. Who was that interviewer? Let's see who that was, because I really want to know about the schmutz. Because if coronavirus produces schmutz, yeah, then we have a bigger problem. We have a much bigger problem on our hands. And we need to have the schmutz police. We need the schmutz police to handle this because we're all getting schmutz in our masks. So let's take a look. What else does Fauci have to say here? Yeah. Let's just give a listen
Right
again.
now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a
Let's
mask.
listen again.
When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
And can you get some schmutz sort of staying inside there? And schmutz sort of staying inside there.
Of course. But when you think masks, you should
staying inside there.
Of course. But when you
Of course. Fauci says, of course, you get schmutz inside the mask. Folks, I don't want schmutz in my mask. Fauci said, you don't need a mask. Governor, did you not hear Fauci saying you don't need a mask, it doesn't protect you? Has anybody heard that the coronavirus is transmitted through water? That's in daylight, access to UV exposure all day long, and all the shot chemicals in the pool. But let me tell you something. And you know what? I had a teacher behind me from Philadelphia who we were talking about how disappointed and shocked she was that the water rides were all closed. Yeah, they're all closed. That was the first place she went, was to the water rides. People buying season passes, and you can't, in 95 plus, felt like 105 at Great Adventure in Six Flags, New Jersey. You cannot get relief from that oppressive heat. But If you want to spend $6 for a bottle of water, you can get a cold bottle of water. So for 4 people, we're talking about $36 for 4 sodas or four waters, folks. $36, folks, for 4 waters. Water. 4 bottles of water. 4 bottles of water. $36. Oh, you better be ready, folks. You better be ready, because they are gouging us. They are hurting us like sheep. Fauci said, if not enough people get the vaccine, then we will not reach herd immunity. Yeah. Herd mentality is more like what's happening. Yeah. And then someone says, oh, you don't really believe that, do you? I said, I happen to report. I said I'm a reporter, and I happen to, have reported from the White House, and I do report on the president, and I do know about the policy right now. And let me tell you something. You know what? This is upsetting. What's upsetting is, you listen to a lot of people on YouTube, you listen to a lot of people on the radio, and a lot of people say, oh yeah, people are waking up. People are waking up. These people were not awake. These people were not awake. I don't think they're putting it together. I don't think they're making the connection between the communist, Democrats and the alternative, which is, freedom, democracy, and being a patriot. And someone said to me, well, I don't like that. I don't like that the water parks are closed, the water rides are closed. But I can understand why they closed it. Because you just don't want the virus to be spread through water. Really? Really? Did anybody ever say, did anybody ever say that the virus was transmittable through water? No. No. Nobody ever said that, right? But I can stand in line and hold on to the handrails walking up the stairs to go in line for these roller coaster rides where they skip a seat every other seat. I'm going to show you this picture because what a waste. So, let me just send this. You're not going to believe it. Yep. I'm sending it to you. I'm going to screen share this. I didn't get it off my phone yet, but I'm going to do it right now before I have to break for my next report. Okay. What? Cancel. Sorry about that. I just want to know what your experience is. And I know some states don't have this fascist Murphy's Law, as we call it here. Murphy's Law. You can't walk. And let me tell you how quickly people who work for these companies assume power. They assume authority. They become cops, right? You can't move your mask to get fresh air. They come and they tell you, put that mask back over your mouth, over your nose. It has to be covering your nose all the time. 95-degree weather. We got the mask on our face. We're rebreathing our own carbon dioxide and schmutz. And schmutz. We are rebreathing it. Yeah? You can't open it. You can't open it to get yourself some fresh air. And I'm going to tell you, after a couple of hours, people were like wearing it like this. They're like, I give up. I need air. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Governor, liberals, I can't breathe. And the people who are liberals who go to the parks, they're like, they can't breathe either. But it doesn't occur to them. Nothing occurs to them. Nothing occurs to them, yeah? So what are we going to do? I can't breathe. Do you understand that, Governor Murphy? How hazardous is this to people with asthma, with people with other chronic lung conditions? And you can't go into a store. Where do you get the card that exempts you from having to wear a mask if you have a lung condition? Come on, folks. We are so being played. It's not even funny. I'm just trying to enjoy a little holiday birthday celebration for my daughter. And you know what? We had to leave early. None of us could breathe. None of us could breathe. We were so overheated. There were no water rides. But for $36, you can have fresh gold bottled water for 4 bottles. $36. Yeah, exactly, brain dead. Yada, yada, yada. Dan. Just saying hello to everybody. Hi, Dan. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Karen. And Sherry. Yes, my dear Sherry, I got your message, my angel. She's so dear. Okay, so let's see if, did this send? I'm going to show this to you folks, just so you know what you're getting into. If you're planning a trip, yeah. If you're planning a trip, I don't know if it sent. Oh, I hope it sends. I have to show this to you because you're not going to believe it. Here it comes. Okay, so if you want, look at this. I'm going to show you what's very telling what's in this picture here. You ready? I got to show this to you. So this is on the Nitro. This is waiting in line for the Nitro roller coaster at Great Adventure. Look at this, folks. Every other row is empty. Does everybody see that? Or is it just me? Right? Look at that. See the people here? Right? No, mask is down on the chin. They can't take the heat. They can't take wearing the masks on the roller coaster, standing in line for hours and hours and hours, right? Just to get on a ride that's only every other row. I mean, are you kidding me? Now take a look at the guys in the front row. As soon as they get in there, they take their masks off. These people keep them on. These people take them off, right? Right? These people keep them on. Empty row. Look at that. These people keep them on. Empty row. I mean, this is crazy. These people here keep them on. Well, she keeps it on under her nose, and he's keeping it on his chin. Because you can't breathe. We can't breathe, Governor. We can't breathe. We can't go out and have a good time and enjoy ourselves. We're just so sheeple, man. We are such sheep people, and then the only way to cool off is to spend $36. Now, guess what, folks? If you want to go to this theme park, yeah, and this is, look, I'm a reporter, right? Where's my press badge? I got my press badge somewhere. I had it with me because I had a feeling I was going to be reporting from Great Adventure yesterday, but I didn't do anything live because, I didn't want to interfere unless there was something major happening. I would have done a live stream. So I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to make it short because I wanted people to be aware of what to expect when they're going places, because it's really, yeah. Rebooted to factory settings. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. People are getting rebooted to factory settings. Oh, man, it is really pathetic. And, I just want you to be prepared. So I'm doing my job, my due diligence as a reporter, and I'm reporting the facts to you. Those are the facts. That photo was taken by me. I did not ride the Nitro, by the way. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've had my share of roller coasters, and I don't need it. And a lot of them were closed. Yeah. But so let me tell you something. If you think being there for 4 or 5 hours, 1 bottle of water is all you need, you're going to need a second bottle of water. Yesterday, folks, so get prepared for this, because yesterday I spent $72. It cost $72, folks, for 8 bottles of water. Get ready. And they're gonna rob you. Why? They force you to wear face coverings in 95-degree weather when Tony the Rat Fauci himself says they're not necessary. And they're gonna not they're trying to increase your suffering, and they're doing it. Suffering in every way, in your pocket, in your lungs, every way, right? Tony the Rat Fauci says, yeah, the mask doesn't protect anybody. Maybe 1 droplet. Yeah? So governor, you're exposed. You're part of the deep state fraud. You are part of the problem, not the solution. Governor, stop this ridiculous mandate to be wearing face coverings with your fake numbers of coronavirus to try to justify it. I'm telling you, worst governor ever. Ever. My opinion. We have the top coronavirus person saying you don't need to wear masks. But we have a liberal governor mandating that we must wear them. We have people crashing into trees, right? Because they're reducing the oxygen they need because we're rebreathing our own carbon dioxide. You can't get fresh air. You can't get fresh air. So what I was doing, yep. So I wear a mask. I wear my bandana. Yep. Try to get some fresh air up through the bottom of it. And then I'm told it's not an approved mask. It's not an appropriate mask. I'm telling you, folks, this isn't the first time I've talked about this. I complained about these little fascist cashiers at the supermarkets trying to tell us, the little Nazis who are trying to tell us, to keep that nose covered at all moments. And in all reasonableness, I was trying to, this is what I did. All right. I had the mask on. Yeah. That. Oh, I can't put it up. And I did this. I did this for a second. Right. See that? Yeah. Still on my face. Right. I needed air. And you see how hard it is to talk and hear somebody when you have a mask on and you can't understand anything anybody says because you can't hear them and you can't read their mouth. Right. Okay. I'm done. Yeah. Schmutz in my mask. Oh no, Sherry. The height requirements, you're funny. Exactly. So no fun allowed. Okay, we're all being herded like sheep, and the liberals, I'm telling you, they're so resistant. Oh my God. They're so resistant. And I really want to love everybody. I do. And I'm not like speaking hate against them. I'm just dumbfounded at their ignorance at this point. Are they not watching what Fauci said? Did nobody see that? That was 60 minutes. Okay? Because of course we don't want schmutz. In order to prevent the coronavirus, we get schmutz instead. Yeah? Schmutz. Folks, so my message for today is I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I can't wear these masks. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the house anymore. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of this because there's no scientific basis for it. There's not even conjecture. There's not even a hypothesis postulated by Fauci saying that it's remotely effective in stopping the coronavirus. And I really hope that people wake up and get the message and call the governor and tell him to stop pretending. We know it's all fake. He's being a fake. He's a fake if he's believing that this mask, that you're going to make people suffer out in this heat. Yeah. We have to get out of our houses. We have to get out. We have to try to enjoy our lives. He doesn't want us enjoying our lives. No. Submit and obey. Look, folks, I absolutely missed all of you. That's why I have to feel like on Monday mornings at 10 o'clock, I have to come back and do something live. So I'm going to have a Monday morning message every Monday morning before I start my other reports of the day. I'll just do the live stream myself, and we're just going to talk about an issue of how we're coping with and dealing with these new changes and constraints in our world. And, honestly, folks, if there was a scientific basis to this, I wouldn't be making the argument. I would be unhappy about it, but I wouldn't be making the argument. But there is no scientific basis to wearing this mask, forcing people to get sick, people who may have susceptible lung conditions, asthma, and things of that nature as it is, forcing these kids and people to wait, and adults to wait in line for hours with these masks on in this beating down heat and very hot. You know what? I'd like to see the governor do that. If governor, you think you're so justified in what you're doing, I want you to stand in that line for an hour and a half in 95-degree weather with humidity up to real feel of 105. And I want you to stand there for an hour and a half with the mask on and tell me governor, that it's reasonable. Because let me tell you something, everything else you touch in that place has, if not coronavirus, schmutz on it. Yeah. So, you know, okay, so Shari says she had a cashier in a mask move the mask and lick his fingers to count the cash and hand it to her. Ew. It's true, though. It's like you have to wear the mask unless you have a reason to take it off. When you have a reason to take it off, then you can sit down and take it off and you can eat. Because they'll never stop you buying something, right? You have to spend your money, right? So they're spending money, they're buying. So yesterday I spent 70, I didn't buy one stitch of food. I had packed a cooler, packed sub sandwiches, like this is a very Jersey thing, right? Sub sandwiches in a cooler, and you bring it in the car and you bring it to where you're going. But $72? If I'm going to spend $72 on water for 8 bottles of water, you can guarantee I'm not buying any of your rotten little cheap souvenirs either. So, okay, folks, that's it. I've got to get ready for my next report. So I want to thank you all for being here. And yeah, the stupidity of humanity. Honest to God, folks. And I'm going to tell you why Common Core has ruined our children's minds. Ruined. And that's going to be another conversation. But, it's such an utter success. Common Core is an utter success. It is an utter success at destroying our children, at creating absolute, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm trying to be honest. And the truth is they can't think for themselves. They don't know that to walk, you need to put one foot in front of the next. I mean, that's an analogy I'm using, because what they don't understand is how to plan for real life things. And that's going to destroy them in life. They will only know to obey. And that's the whole design. It's all by design. It's the only purpose for it. So everybody have a great week. There will be a marker, a video post marker in YouTube for the Political Theater Report that will lead you directly to the BitChute link for our Political Theater Reports with the FETs. But yesterday I had a notification of yet another GoldFish Report bites the dust. Another GoldFish Report was deleted. So 2 in 1 week. So, and of course they are all FETs reports, but it's, we're leading up to the election, folks. Things are getting hairy. Things are getting crazy. But we've got to stop this obsession and this mandated laws of wearing these masks that are making people sick. I could not handle it. I was physically sick. My lungs were not feeling well. I had to leave the park. I could not breathe. I can't breathe wearing a mask when I'm in the park or if I'm in a public place and I'm shopping. It's destroying the economy. And let me say, the business organizations and groups really need to stand up and oppose this. And if you're a corporation that's in cahoots with them, then I'm sure that you're going to, well, first of all, you're going to lose revenue. And whether you've already raped the company of all of its profits ahead of time or not, but if you're a corporate entity and you're behind this and benefiting from it in other ways, then when we find out, you'll never be in business again. We will boycott you. I mean, I think people have learned to live without a lot of things during this whole lockdown coronavirus thing. A lot of people have learned what really is important to them. And of course, mine was my bagel store. Okay. So there's a lot of people who learn to live without certain things and they're just not that important. And they saved money during that time. So, for some, but $72 on 8 bottles of water is rape, financial rape. Okay. It is unreasonable. So that's just my opinion. But, and then of course you wait in line even longer hours because they're only filling every other row of the roller coasters or rides or whatever, right? And the hand sanitizers that they have there for you to use smell like manure. I mean, they smell so horrible. I couldn't wait to get it off my hands and wash them. It was terrible. So, right, asymptomatic spread. Asymptomatic. I heard Lionel this morning on Lionel Nation, right? I always like to listen to him as I'm having my tea and get ready for get ready for my reports. And he's talking about, what's this asymptomatic? If you're asymptomatic, they keep talking about being asymptomatic. Well, doesn't that mean you don't have it? And Lionel goes on to say, yeah, well, I'm asymptomatic for death. You know, asymptomatic for, whatever it means, you don't have it. So it's, folks, I mean, it's painful for people who are awake. I know our viewers on the GoldFish Report get it. I hope that there's some liberals that will come across and be willing to watch this video. I hope so, because something's got to get through to them. I mean, something's got to get through. I don't know what, but it's not our job anymore. We'll do our best. So everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining me. And I will be back this week doing other reports. Certainly we're going to be doing our POTUS report at the end of the week. But I'm taking it easy this week because I haven't felt well having to wear this mask all day. And who knows what schmutz is in my lungs at this point. Yeah, because I have a feeling that the schmutz doesn't only accumulate in the mask. I have a feeling that the schmutz accumulates in your lungs. So now, I'm probably going to be diagnosed with schmutz as well, having schmutz. Oh boy, folks, we're in trouble. So listen, and I'm not making fun of Yiddish terms at all. I love it. I've grown up with Yiddish terms around me, and sometimes they are the only terms you can use to describe something. Honestly, there's no word in the English language better than schmutz to describe it. That's why I use it. It's absolutely the truth. So folks, have a great day, and you can watch out for the link later today for our political theater with the Fets on BitChute. So thanks. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you. Please give this video a thumbs up. It does help to circulate it, and it does help to get recommendations, be recommended in everybody's news feed. So I do appreciate that. So out of the 13, almost 14,000 subscribers, I'd like to see a few more thumbs up. That would really help to recommend the video and help get this word out. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to say. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put it in the comments section, and we'll see you later. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Sherry. I'm still live. I haven't clicked off yet. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for being moderator there. I know you weren't really intending to, but you were still listed as moderator. So everybody, have a great day, and try not to get any more schmutz, because God knows we don't want to get that. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? China reported, I heard on the news, yeah, it was Lionel's wife who was reporting that China has its first case of bubonic plague. The coronavirus didn't work, folks. So now they're releasing the bubonic plague. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to be in big trouble. Okay. So everybody, keep your eyes and ears open. Be vigilant. Stay safe. Bye.